Hi, I'm holding this up because it's not focusing properly when it's laying down because it's quite light and delicate, and so I thought I'd hold it up here for a second so you can have a look. And this is how it opens out. I told you, this is my third one. I really liked it. I liked how delicate it is, and I'm going to make it with you. So that's my card. So it is a fold out one. Okay, and it stands like that, which is really nice because when it is standing you can see this piece and that. But when you can put it to there so you can write your thing down here. But it's actually just more a sweet card, isn't it? And I pulled my positioner out because I need to glue stuff down, which I normally sellotape it to the table, so I thought I'll do it on here. So I have one piece that is 5.5 by 8 and 2. Then I have another one for the double front, and that will be 5.5 by 4 and 1/8. So I'm just checking, yes, 4 1/4, so it fits straight across to the halfway mark. 4 1/4, and that looks a little bit off line. I will double check that. And I think, yes, look at that little piece, I could see that. 4 1/4 there, so it's 4 and 1/8. But it's just not that bit. I could tell it was out of whack. Alright, so I am going to use the stamping positioner, but I'll put it over there for 1 sec. So we're going to just fold it in half, make sure we've got our tips on there, down, and make sure it hasn't moved before we bone fold it. You're going to hold that really tight so it's correct, and then I'm just going to go up from the bottom so that it grabs where I've got, and now they're completely, you can put them into your cutting machine and do it in there, but I don't have a lot of room on the table at the moment. Okay, so we're going to have that and that. Whew, I need to tie my hair up, guys. I'm getting a bit hot. It is warm in here with all these mirrors and lines, and oh, I can't even find a hair tie. That's a bother, isn't it? I'll just try and see if I can tuck it in and let it hold it. It's so thick, my hair, though. It doesn't. Sometimes I have a bobble in my pockets, so I'm looking in my pockets, and here's one. So when I have my grandkids, I always have an extra. Look at that messy hair. Okay, so, and then we've got 2 white, one for inside the card and one for the top, and we've got an envelope. We've also got a fresh Freesia piece that is, fresh Freesia, where are you? 4 by 7/8. So as you can see, I think one of these, I'm going to check which one's smaller out of these two. That's a bit thinner, and that will go inside there, and that will go on that front piece there, and no, it won't. So I am just going to re-measure that, and it is 4 1/8 by 5.5, and so our fresh Freesia should be 4 by, not 7/8, goodness. Yes, I haven't cut that back, So I'm just going to have a look at this one. 4 by 5 1/4. So that's totally out. I'm just going to fix that now, and it will be fixed on screen if it's not a pen. Okay, so fresh Freesia is 4 by 5 1/4. I don't know why I did that. 5 1/4. And our white then, so that's not 5 1/4, so I have to cut that back. And our white cardstock for the inside mat is 3 7/8 by 5 1/4, and the top is 3 3/4 by 5 1/8. And I also think that might be a bit too big. Let's just fix this one up. So for Freesia, fresh Freesia, 4 by 5 1/4. Alright, 4 by 5 1/4. And our white, right, I can't get them, is 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. So we want it actually, because this is 5 1/4, we need that to be inside the, so we'll take that down to 5. And so when you see it like that, you're only going to see what'll be there and there, a little bit on either side. My nails aren't picking up. So that's better. Okay? Some days I'm perfect. Not all the time. Alright. So let us start with the stamping. So that I am going to write top. So I can double check that's my top mat and that is my inside mat. So both are very clean. So that's my inside mat. So we've got our envelope and inside to stamp as well. And we've got fresh Freesia, Misty Moonlight. Oh, I just ordered new ink for these because for some reason I didn't have refills, or I'd lost them. I don't know what I'd done. We've got a little bit of Bubble Bath. Okay, and then we've got Old Olive. Old Olive's been around for a long time and it was redone, and I never had it when they first were around. So, okay. Put that to the side, and we're going to do our white first, and I'll show you why I've got that like that. So what I have done here is I'm not going to be covering that bit. All I want to do, well, I probably don't need to, but what I'd originally done, and then I put my blue across it, was I put that in the middle, so when they crossed stamping they didn't get each other. So I will line that up against a line, and let me have a look. So we've got 5, so 1 2 1 2, and it's half of that. So there you go, pretty good, isn't it? So I'm just going to put those on there to hold that down. And I've got some of my stampers from another pad I had. So now, first of all, we're going to do a little of the pretty pink. Where's my delicate whispers? Oh. Got to pull it out. So So I redid, look at this, I redid my box and I put all their letters in them because they're easier to find. So there we have Delicate Whispers. Now I don't need the dies because I didn't do any dies. Sometimes I do all die cards and sometimes I do all stamping. So today we're just all stamping. So these will all go out in a month because I don't think they're in the new catalogue, which is a bugger. Look at how pretty they are. So we are going to use the long green leaf, put that onto a nice long one, and that's in our green, in our old olive. Then we've got the big wispy one, which is really cute, isn't it? And I'm doing that in Misty Moonlight. Okay, then I've got the little dots, where are they here? And they're for the pink, pretty in pink there. And one more is this lovely little flower. So delicate, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to start, it looks like I started with my Misty Moonlight, not Misty Moonlight, Old Olive. And I have one just going this way. No, I'm lying. I did my dots first, my little pretty pink, not that one. Okay, so I don't want them very big. Okay. I just sort of made my own cover over there. Alright. I don't use that again. So I will pop that out of the rubber so I don't accidentally stamp it. And I've done that a few times before, haven't I? Okay, so now we're going to go back to our green Old Olive. Okay. And we're going to just up here isn't that lovely, and back down on this one, that a bit more richer. And I'm making sure that that movement in there is getting all of that. Right, now while I've got that out, I'm just going to do the top. And where's my envelope? Here's my envelope. So while I've got that there, we'll bring this over on top. And about halfway down, I've got that there. And where's our top mat? Here it is here. So on the inside, we're doing it on the outer. If you notice that, I haven't done it right in close. I've done it so you can see it. Alright, so that's all of them. A little bit of leaf here, there and everywhere. Where's my stamp set? Go figure. Here they are. Oh, I don't know where everything fits back on them sometimes. Alright, so next we're going to do our Night of Navy. And I will shut this one up. I hope you're all looking forward to the new catalogue, because there's some really nice things in it I have made. Some beautiful cards. So even though I'm doing this as a recording, because I'm going to be in hospital, what we've got coming up is stunning. I've done a beach one, so you're going to get a few come in while I'm not really able to come online because of my operation. Alright, so that's on my envelope, that's on there. Now I'm going to take it back to here and look at the front of the card again. You keep remembering what I've done because I'm getting through them. Okay, so this one is going to go right up into that corner there. Don't move. He didn't like that. Was that too close? I'm just going to do the bottom half. I'll do it all over again. Alright, let's make sure. Don't move. Okay. See, now I could have used the positioner properly then, couldn't I? And that one is there. But I wasn't worried about the ones across the top because that's coming up, if you get what I mean. Alright, so, and now, so I'll quickly put that on top of there. Have I got all my blues done? I do. My Misty Moonlight's done. And last, we've got our little pink flowers. And they are, now I'm going to take that up now because I can have them everywhere. So flowers, we've got one coming here. So they'll be covered up there, so don't worry about that. And one up into there. And the same. Now that will be half covered anyway. Alright, now that looks messy, but wait till you see it when it's got the blue across. Okay, don't get upset. And over here, we've done that this way, inside, and just over here. Now, if I'd had my Misty, stamping positioner when I first made the card, I just realised I could have done that without worrying about that, couldn't I? But that's what you'll all learn as you go along with your machines and things we have. Okay, so now, just get rid of that. Put that out the right, because I was only using that to show you how I could stamp by putting this down on the top. So that goes in the bin. And we're going to put that on the front of there. And I've just, for a minute I thought I got the wrong one. Would that be a bad omen? Yeah, I've got top on the back, so I would have realised as soon as I turned it over. Okay. Now, yes, it looks messy there, but wait, just give me 5 and I will show you how good it looks. Now, there's barely any blue on that. I have definitely not done it the right time. Looks perfect, doesn't it, guys? Looks perfect. You can see the blue there. Misty Moonlight. Now, with our card, I'm going to now fold that like you roll your old cigarettes. Remember those days? I never rolled cigarettes. I know people that rolled naughty stuff. There was a few of those ones going around, wasn't there? Alright. Okay, so in this goes to the inside. So I was laughing with the, my granddaughter and the little one doing the glue. They were squeezing hard, and I'm like, don't use too much, don't use too much. You always do that when you got your cards, don't you? So here we're just going to glue here. Okay, you can put a bit extra there because it's heavy, but don't go out too far, otherwise that will come into the card. So now you stick this to the corners of the front, match and match it, okay, and then you just put it down, and I'll put this nice big block on it and let that sit for a minute. I'll just make sure it's all round, everything's round, okay, and we'll sit that there for 1 second while I get the happy birthday of here. And I need some Night of Navy. No, not Night of Navy, Misty Moonlight. Oh. I've got a card cut out with that Misty Moonlight. I'll just have a look here because, yes, I always have. Well, that's not as big. Let me have a look. That one's. Let me have a look if it's going to cover what I want it to cover. Yes, it is. Okay. So I'm going to cut that to the size of that, and it's going to go from the fresh Freesia cardstock to the other side. Oh no, I did cover it right over. I thought I didn't, but I did. Okay. My fingers are too big. Oh. And so, I'm going to get the, oh, jumped out right there for me, really. So, we're back to the old, this, embossing. Oh, which one have I got? That's this one. The reverse mark. Oh no, got it all in. I thought I might have been a bit small there. I'm just getting things, I have so much mess in front of me, I'm just getting things out of the road. Make sure I got it on the right side. And this is my white embossing powder. So it's from the basics. Okay. That's nice. Just another flick down that end. What else fails? A fingernail. And this should be really nice. Neat getting this into my fingers. Alright, now I haven't even put that up because it stands out enough on its own and it's just there. So Where's my glue? I just didn't think it needed to be lifted up. Sometimes I don't see that I need a lot of ribbons and things like that. I think sometimes the stamps do talk for themselves, and I prefer that. Okay, that's there now. I've been using up a few of my blings, so I'm not sure that these ones are in stock, so you can have a look and use whatever you've got, because I think I've got many of them. So I'm just using them up. I know that when you make a card, you want to make things that everyone's got everything, but not everyone's using what you're using. So I like to think outside the box a bit and make things different. And here is my different one. So, and that will now stand out like that. So when you see it, it's tender and delicate. So I'm just going to quickly put some of my little blings, and I've put them on my flowers. And see, I've only put 3 there, and yet you can still see just about 4. So you could put 4, you could put the 5 on, because they say an uneven number. So I might do that this time. I might, because I'm using them up anyway. I tend to just give them all to the ladies in class now and say just help yourself with my spares, because I'd rather use them than just waste them, and I want to make sure. It's very hard for me to keep track of what I'm meant to have and what I'm not, so sometimes I just use them. And then what I'm going to do is, to make that a 5, I'm just going to put 1 down on that little blue one there. I better do that over here, otherwise someone might get upset because I've done something different. Okay, you could put 1 in the centre if you wanted. What do you reckon about that, guys? Is that cute? It's a soft, something you can do with your stamping. You don't have to have dies. I think sometimes we buy stamps that we want to use up, and that's how it is. So I will see you. Now, this is my second card I've done. That's for the first week. I'm in hospital next week, Tuesday and Wednesday. So this will be Wednesday's card, and Tuesdays will be my lion, which along these lines, I finished my tutorial on it, doing my video, and forgot to colour the lion in, so I had to do it after, but the original one was already on it. So that's my card on the Tuesday, and this card will be mine on the Wednesday. So thanks for joining me, and I will be putting for next week's cards, I'll be putting through a couple of new ones, so you can, the new stuff that's coming out, because the catalogue is out on the 4th of May. The 4th or the 5th? I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget, and I have put it somewhere safe. Here it is. No, it's not. No, it's not. Yes, it's somewhere safe, but it's the 5th of May, and all the new products available. So my next couple of 3 or 4 cards are all from new product, because being a demonstrator, I can order them advance. So I hope you enjoyed that, and please leave me a message, because I actually will be in hospital with my surgery. Nice to meet you, or see you. Bye.